Here we are, episode number 5 of the Parenting Roadmaps Fall Series. My hope for you is that by taking a few minutes each week to focus on your child's development, your new knowledge will help shape how you interact with your child. Some weeks the topic may be completely brand new to you, and other weeks we may talk about something familiar to you. But the video will help you see the activity or skill differently and help you understand in new ways how this activity plays an important part in your child's development. And that's where we are today. Playing pretend. When it comes to playing pretend, the challenge can be to get kids to think outside of the box, to stretch their imagination. For us parents, playing pretend may feel awkward now, so knowing how to nurture pretend play for our children is likely to feel kind of uncomfortable as well. So we too need to think outside of the box. We all need to challenge ourselves to think outside of the box, to explore the world of pretend. Let's start our discussion today by actually taking a small step back. Playing pretend is part of the bigger world of play. You will see professionals in child development break down play into a variety of different categories. Typically, lists include types of play such as physical or active play, so play that focuses on body movement. Constructive play, building and creating. Games with rules can be a type of play as well. No matter how they break it down, playing pretend is going to make the list. You might see it by a different name. Dramatic play, imaginary play, or symbolic play. So what makes playing pretend different than other types of play? When a child plays pretend, they are using objects and actions to represent other objects and actions. Anything from turning a cardboard box into a pirate ship to being a cashier at a grocery store or a fairy looking to grant their next wish. Playing pretend sounds simple, yet it's such a great activity to touch on all the domains of child development. Children typically are in constant movement when they play pretend, either using their gross motor skills to take flight or using fine motor skills to prepare a meal. Playing pretend most often happens with someone else, involving the speech and language domain and the social and emotional domain. Through pretend play, children learn the power of communication and language. They get practice using their words to communicate what they need and responding to what they have heard. In addition, children will need to see how their friends are reacting emotionally as the story develops, and then decide what their emotional response will be. When it comes to the cognitive domain, children, through pretend play, can practice creative problem solving, use their memory to create stories, and begin to develop abstract thought. We all know playing pretend is a common activity for kids. So how can you, as a parent, through your day-to-day interactions with your child, think outside the box so that you can help encourage and nurture pretend play? First, think creatively about props. Take advantage of using things around the house that might not necessarily be a toy. That being said, always keep safety in mind. Select items that would be safe and age-appropriate for your child. Think about old receipts, a purse, a wallet, hats or scarves you no longer use. And what about items from the kitchen that would be safe? An empty cereal box or a spice container? And how about an old electronic device, a keyboard, perhaps a cordless phone, or a broken camera? If you're heading to a thrift store, these can be great locations to find fun and safe props. The next suggestion takes the use of props in the other direction. As your child gets older, encourage them to take something basic and use their imagination to turn it into something else, supporting the development of abstract thought. A banana becomes a phone, and a couch turns into an airplane. Another idea? Create smaller spaces for their pretend play. Be willing to move a few pieces of furniture around. Pull a couch a few feet off the wall to give them an office or maybe some kitchen space. Throw a sheet over a table and they suddenly have a house or a hut under the table. A simple change can do a lot to spark the imagination. Another factor to consider, for a child to play pretend, they need memories of experiences or stories to begin pretend play. It's hard for a child to understand what it would be like to be an astronaut if they haven't seen a spaceship before. Think about how you can create new experiences with your child. trying out a new park, visiting a library or museum, or through reading a book. All of these activities will build your child's memory bank and give them new material to create their world of pretend. These are just a couple of suggestions to help you think outside the box, and by doing so, you have the potential to open new worlds of creativity and imagination for your child to explore. Thank you for tuning in this week. This week's topic was, I'm guessing, very familiar to everyone. Next week, maybe not so much. We will be looking at the vestibular system. Be sure to tune in to learn more. Enjoy your week, and as always, remember to enjoy the journey.